Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jumper. Today I'll be doing my top 5 favourite Generation 5 Pokemon. Now, in Generation 5, it's quite well known that a lot of the designs in that game, in both Pokémon Black and White, are not that good. You've got Pokemon like Vanillish, Vanilluxe, Vanillite, Trubbish, Garbodor, the Pansage, Panpulp, etc. As not being good because of the designs of how they're used, and I think Generation 5, both Black and White, have some really cool looking Pokemon, whether it's their designs, their typings, and how I feel about them. And so yeah, so today's video we're going over some of my favourite Generation 5 Pokemon. So for number 5 is Haxorus. Now what I like about Haxorus is that it's mainly its design, because its typing is a dragon type, and it's basically this giant scaly looking dragon type Pokemon, and it looks really cool, and it looks so much like a dragon. And it also on its head, it's got these two blade things, and I think that's really what makes Haxorus so cool looking. Because if Haxorus didn't have that axe thing, those two axe things, I don't think it wouldn't have been as cool if they weren't there. And I think that a lot of the moves it can learn are quite cool, because again it can learn some dragon type moves, but it can also learn stuff like Earthquake, Brick Break, Hyper Beam, and a variety of other moves. And I just really enjoy the design, and I do like the whole green and black aesthetic to it. And also it's shiny. It's also completely black, and I think that's like a really cool shiny. And that's probably one of my favourite shinies that I've seen in the Pokemon series. And I think it's just a really cool and interesting looking Pokemon. For number 4 is Chandelier. Now with Chandelier, it's basically this floating Chandelier type Pokemon. But what I like about it is that it's both a fire and ghost type. Now that's a really interesting combination of two types, because you've got the ghost type as well as the fire type, and that can really help you with like a lot of moves and help with like different weaknesses if you've got and strengths if you're having Chandelier on your team. And I think it's a really interesting looking Pokemon, and I think it's like a really and I do like the whole evolutionary line of how it evolves, because first you've got Litwick. You first got Litwick, and then, which is basically this little candle Pokemon. Then you've got Lampent, I think, which is basically just a sort of like a lamp kind of looking Pokemon. And then you've got Chandelier, which is basically just a Chandelier, but it's a ghost fire type. And I think that's like the whole evolutionary line of that Pokemon is really fun and you should look at, and it's just I think the design is really cool as well. For number 3 is Golurk. Now what I like about Golurk is basically it's this giant Goliath Pokemon, and it's a ghost and ground type. And again, like with Chandelier, it's a really cool, interesting combination, because it's got like this sort of ghostly feeling with like its design, as well as also with its ground type, it looks old and weathered as well. So it looks really interesting, and I do like how giant it is, and it's like it's just so cool. And I do like how it's just this like, and I just like the design, because like it's got like this sort of like two giant fist things, and it's like a giant body and stuff like that. And I do like the tiny little head, because it's like a tiny little head on this massive body with massive arms and legs and stuff. And I do enjoy it, and it's like I think it's a nice sort of like tanky Pokemon as well, because it can like deal some heavy hits to like a variety of Pokemon, as well as maybe taking some hits as well. And it's just a really fun, interesting Pokemon. For number 2 is Scraggy. Now, what I like about Scraggy is that it's a fighting dark type, and it's a nice. And I think those kind of work together quite well, because you can like learn some dark type moves like Dark Pulse, Payback maybe, as well as some fighting type moves like High Jump Kick or Brick Break. And I think the main reason why I really like Scraggy is mainly because of High Jump Kick, because I think because that move I think fits so well with Scraggy in mind. And I do like how in the Pokemon anime in the Pokemon Black and White Pokemon Black and White anime. Ash's Scraggy just keeps on missing a lot of his high jump kicks. So I think that's the main reason why I like Scraggy. But it's a really interesting, fun looking Pokemon, and I do like. I think I prefer Scraggy over its evolved form Scrafty. But I think Scraggy is just a fun little Pokemon that anyone can use if they want to have a Scraggy on their team. And for number 1 is Crookedile. Now, Crookedile is possibly one of my all-time favourite Pokemon, as well as one from Generation 5, mainly because of its design, because it's basically a sand crocodile, and B, it's out of all the Pokemon that I have used on my team, depending on which generation I'm using, Crookedile is possibly my strongest Pokemon in any Pokemon game, mainly because of its ability Moxie. Now, Moxie, just as a quick lesson, is an ability that any time a Pokemon faints, the Pokemon that has Moxie will have its attack up by 1, and that's again the main reason why I love Crookedile, because of its ability Moxie, and as well as design. I do like how it's basically this giant sand crocodile thing, and I do like how it's just completely red. Like, it's just a completely red crocodile thing, and yeah, and I think it's like I would say it's one of if not my strongest Pokemon, because of the moves it can learn. Because it can learn moves like Dig, Crunch, Earthquake, Outrage, Dragon Claw, Stone Edge, Brick Break, a variety of moves that can really help depending on which Pokemon you're fighting. If you're fighting against a Ice type or Fighting type, because I think Crookedile can learn Aerial Ace, I think, or Acrobatics. I think it can learn Aerial Ace, and it can just a lot of the moves it can basically help it against its types that it's either weak or strong against. And I really love the whole Dark Ground type. I think it suits those types really well, and I do really love playing or using a Crookedile whenever I play Pokemon Black and White or Black and White 2, and it's a really fun, interesting Pokemon, and it's really cool looking. So that's been my top 5 favourite Generation 5 Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.